Hey guys, we're back with our third and final part. Moving on to MLB. Now, fantasy questions here. Arthur from Miami asked us which low-risk Yankee edition will put up the best numbers of this year out of Mark Pryor, Freddie Garcia, or Bartolo Colon. You can take this, Brian, since you're a Yankee fan.
Well, I think Bartolo Colon's kind of proven he's pretty much done. So it's between Mark Pryor and Freddie Garcia.
And Mark Pryor hasn't done that?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but Mark
Freddie Garcia at least.
Mark Pryor's because of injury. He's always hurt. And it's he tries to come back, he goes in the minors, and he gets hurt again. So I'm giving it to Freddie Garcia.
Are you giving Mark Pryor some upset at all?
I think Mark Pryor has a better chance to Bartolo Colon.
All right, but you're giving it to Freddie Garcia?
I'm giving it to Freddie Garcia.
I'll give it to Freddie Garcia, too. I think he has the most... he has some left in his tank.
I think Mark Pryor has the most potential, but I think Freddie
He's
Garcia...
always had the most potential.
But I think Freddie Garcia is the safe... If you have to pick one of these three, he's the safest pick.
Yeah. Mark Pryor had a great season, a great first couple of seasons. His career after that was just terrible. I mean, why not just sign him, I guess? But, I mean, this guy... He was... The Padres tried to do it, and he didn't make the Padres team. He's not going to make the Yankees team. I know their rotation's terrible. I don't see Mark Pryor making more than one start this whole year. So I'm going to take him off the table. I think Bartolo Colon, when he was with the Red Sox, he wasn't even that good, and that was 2 years ago. 2 years ago after that...
he hasn't even played.
He hasn't played.
And Mark Pryor hasn't even played.
I don't see Bartolo Colon doing anything. I think if you see those three guys there, and I would stay away from Freddie Garcia, too. But, I mean... I think Freddie Garcia, especially now that...
If you're in a very deep
especially now that Andy Pettit's out of the rumors now, I think... I guess I'd give Freddie Garcia a shot, but I'd go with somebody else. But I think somebody who has the most upside, like you said, maybe Mark Pryor, but I think most left in the tank is Freddie Garcia.
Like you were talking about before, the higher ceiling is Pryor. But the higher floor, whatever you said, was
I'd still almost give Freddie Garcia a higher ceiling than Mark Pryor.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think Mark Pryor's going to do too much. So, stay away from him.
I think one of these three is going to surprise you, though.
All right, so that's a 1 out of 3 chance. All right, Carlos from Milwaukee asks, will Greinke be a top 10 starter this year?
I think so.
He could be. I mean
going from the AL to the NL, that's huge.
Yeah.
And plus he's going to Milwaukee. There's no pressure there really either. There's a little more pressure than there would have been maybe 3 or 4 years ago, but.
Yeah, the Central's an underrated division. They have some serious offensive weapons over there. The White Sox, Indians, even the Twins. They have some offensive bats. You're playing against the East. You're playing against the West. Milwaukee, that's a really nice place for him. I know he has a social anxiety disorder. There's nothing in Milwaukee to be social anxiety about. So. I think he might have a solid year. I think you've seen with Roy Halladay going from the AL to the NL. It's a big difference. And for Roy Halladay going to the Phillies, and to do that good in the Phillies, I think Greinke doesn't have too much expectations really with the Brewers. I think the Brewers could actually be pretty solid this year. I'd give Greinke a top 10 seed definitely.
I would too.
He won't start 0-8.
What?
No, that's another thing. Greinke's numbers went way down last year because of his record. I think he might have a solid record.
That's really one thing that's going to boost him is that he's going to get the wins now.
Yeah.
The one thing that you just mentioned, the Central, and I want to throw this out there.
Yeah.
I think the Cubs are going to have a really good season. Our friend Tom's a Cubs fan, and he kind of. At first, when he said that, I thought he was crazy, but then I went and looked at their team. Their team's pretty solid.
Oh, they've had a good team for the last 90 years.
I'm not saying they're going to win the World Series, but I think they could be a playoff team.
So what does that have to do with Zach Greinke?
Nothing. I just wanted to. I promised him I'd throw that out there in the show.
Okay.
So.
All right.
I say they have no shot, even coming close to the playoffs with that kind of rotation. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. Well, moving on. Tom from Baltimore asks, will Desmond Jennings contribute with Damon and Manny? And if so, where should I draft him?
I think his chances have gone down a little bit.
I think he will.
But you seen what the Rays did with Evan Longoria. They could have waited another year with Evan Longoria. They brought him up. I think Desmond Jennings, before they got Damon and Manny, he was a possible Rookie of the Year candidate. I don't think he's going to be terrible off the charts now that they get Damon and Manny. I'm not going to say that Manny and Damon are going to play 162 games. So, I mean, if they're going to fall down, I think Desmond Jennings is going to be the first guy they're going to call up.
But see, the thing is, too, it's not even said that either one of them is going to be playing the outfield. So,
look for Desmond Jennings to have kind of a Mike Stanton year of last year. Mike Stanton of the Florida Marlins. He put up some solid power numbers for you if you're coming down late August, July. He put up some solid numbers, which was he was kind of buried behind Strasburg, but he put up some solid numbers. Desmond Jennings, even in the AL East, I think playing in the Rays, they have a good hitters ballpark. I think he's going to give you some good numbers.
Who do the Rays have at first base right now?
Dan Johnson.
Yeah, I think Damon's going to take over there.
Yeah.
And I think Manny will be DH, and so it's going to open up their opportunities.
That would have been ridiculous if they got Vlad Guerrero.
Yeah.
If they got Vlad, then I think they were in trouble, to be honest.
Manny, I mean,
they have Matt Joyce out there in the outfield too, so he'd be their backup guy.
That would have been ridiculous.
Yeah.
But that would have been trouble for them because Manny or Vlad, who's going to DH? You know?
Yeah.
Manny
The only
can
thing
play
is-
left field.
I think Desmond Jennings almost has as much
Man-
hype. Listen. I think Desmond Jennings almost has as much hype as Jason Hayward had last year, but Jason Hayward had an open spot. I don't think Desmond Jennings has that open spot,
Yeah.
so don't draft him like a Jason Hayward. I would even wait, not even draft him unless you get to the very late round. If somebody's going to be an idiot and draft him in the 10th round, that's fine. If you see him down in the 20th round, if you have 20 rounds, I'd take a gamble on him, but I don't think he's going to play until at least 2-3 months into the season. So.
All right, moving on to NHL.
They're pretty good with that stuff, too.
Moving on to NHL here. Mark Savard could be shut down for the season. Now, thoughts on this? Who needs to step it up?
It doesn't really matter. They've been playing without him almost all season.
Yeah,
They're
and
doing pretty well.
even when they did play with him, they were still playing without him. 'Cause that guy was a
He was non-existent.
he was a problem for the team.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, he had a minus rating. The guy was terrible. He had no chemistry with the team.
He went from my favorite player to I don't even want to see him ever play again. To be honest with you.
I don't want to talk about the Crosby thing again. But I mean, when he even got the puck, he was just turning the puck over. He was playing so lackadaisical. He was letting everything go. He didn't have the same kind of intensity. One of the great things that made Mark Savard so good was he had all that intensity. He had great passing ability, he had great ice vision, everything. And now, I mean, when he came back with the concussion, whatever, really took a toll on him. I think the Bruins are doing a good job shutting him down. I think the Bruins do need to make a trade. One thing that's good about Mark Savard is they can use that cap room, and they really have problems in the cap. They use Mark Savard's cap room, and now they can go out and maybe get a puck-moving defenseman like a Tomas Kaberle, or even go up and get a Jerome McGinley, which would be perfect for the Bruins.
I would love to see it
That
go
would
to
be
the
awesome.
Bruins.
That would be awesome.
If he did, I would never miss a Bruins game.
All right, well, so without the trade, who do you think needs to without any trades, who do you think needs to step it up?
I think Krejci's going to have to step up. I think Bergeron's having a great season. I mean, I think he was an all-star snub. I think Krejci's having a great season. I mean, Bergeron's having a great season. I think Krejci really needs to step up. I think people were saying he was going to be the center of the future for the Bruins organization. It really hasn't shown me too much this year. I think I like really where Patrice is with playing with Brad Marchand. I think if they're going to move Patrice into the top line, I think that's a bad idea. I like him with Marchand. Marchand, Bergeron, and Recchi combined for 9 points last game. And we'll talk about that game later. So I really like that chemistry. I want to move Bergeron. I want Krejci in that top spot, but I really want him to put up some serious numbers. And he has Lucic and Horton around him, so I think he could.
I think another player is Sagan too, because
Sagan too, yeah.
He's been a huge disappointment.
Yeah, he needs
He
to
has
step
what,
up
like
too.
20 something points this year. Like
I mean, he
nine
is only
goals,
a rookie.
13 assists.
He is only a rookie, so
He's
it's like,
our age.
I know he's our age,
but
so-
still.
I mean, let's. But yeah, I mean, I was hoping for a little bit more
A couple
from him.
goals.
I was hoping from like a 20-goal season at least. And right now he's on pace for like what, 12 or something. I think he can step
I
up.
think
a
he has
little
9
bit.
goals right now.
Yeah, I think
9
he can-
goals, 13 assists.
I think he can step up.
He's
a
had
little
like
bit more.
5 points in like the last.
The
20
first,
games.
his first
Yeah.
month was solid. I had him in fantasy.
His first month was great.
Yeah,
And then all of a sudden,
and then
where did
he
he go?
just fell down. But as far as a guy who really needs to step up is Krejci, I think.
I agree with
But
that.
that's terrible news for the Bruins organization.
Yeah.
Well, moving on. Johan Franzen, 5 goals against the Senators. Thoughts on that?
That's solid. 5 goals. I mean, that's a tremendous feat. And actually, there's actually been more. The last person to do 5 goals in a game was Marion Gaborik. And there's been
The
more.
most was 6, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
And since that Marion Gaborik performance, there's been more people that hit 4 home runs in a game. So that just shows you how good that feat is. I think that's really underrated too. But you know, hockey doesn't get a lot of coverage.
I mean,
but
that's almost as hard as getting 2 home runs in the same inning.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, but the only thing that takes away from it is his last goal was an empty netter, but still.
who cares? Still 5 goals.
Yeah, 5
2
goals.
grand slams in a game.
No one's
Bill
if
Miller.
someone looks at that in a week, nobody's gonna realize
Yeah.
that it was an empty
Alright.
net. So
All right, well, moving on. Matt from Boston, our friend Matt Diarco, shout out to him. He's actually from Wakefield. He asked us our thoughts on the 3 fights in 4 seconds in the Bruins game last night.
Yeah, that was
What are your
solid.
thoughts on that?
And
That's
right
pretty
after
awesome.
that, Milan Lucic scored. I think that really gave the TD Garden some intensity there, and it really showed that Bruins are really a team that could be physical, and they need to be physical, especially losing Savard. Until they get another guy with their cap room, I think they really need to use physical guys. Sean Thornton's been great for the Bruins this year, and he had a goal last game.
You just kind of brought me back to what we were just talking about. Who needs to step up?
Yeah.
I think Chara needs to be more physical.
Yeah, but we're
I
talking
mean-
about centers.
No, I know, but that just made me think about kind of that a little
Yeah.
bit. Chara needs to be more physical. He needs to use his size to really pump that crowd up, pump the team up. You know, he's the type of guy that can go out there and knock someone down. You know, not go out there and try to hurt him, but knock him out for a few
Yeah,
minutes.
these enforcers that we're talking about, all these fights. Thornton, McQuaid, Lucic out there, Lucic scoring. You never see Chara's name. I mean, the guy who says the tallest hockey player in history with that kind of frame.
I mean,
should
he's
be an
bigger
enforcer.
he's bigger than a
I
linebacker.
know his big thing is defense, but he really needs to step up in the physical. And to be a captain, I think you really need to be a little bit more physical than he is. But as far as the game went down, that was a terrific game. And that first 30 seconds was real intense. And then Lucci scored was to top it off. I think that was great. Bruins could be solid if they can use that cap room for again Larson.
Yeah. If they get a Ginla, I'm putting them as the favorites.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's about all we have for this episode of The Pitch. You can subscribe to us on YouTube. You can, follow us on Twitter, like our Facebook page. And now one more thing. You can now follow us on our website at thepitchtalkshow25.webs.com.
Why 25?
It wouldn't.
It's a long story.
Yes, it wouldn't let me put talk show. It had to have a number.
It's a long story.
I don't
Yeah, nothing that anybody should worry about. So, we have a poll on the main page right here. It's who's going to win Super Bowl 45. We'd love for you to vote. Vote on the Facebook page as well. Do anything you can. So that's pretty much it.
If you're seeing this right now, thank you, because going through that whole entire this has been a long show. So
It has. Thank you for sticking
So
with
if you
us.
bear with us,
Probably a longer show, right?
we love you.
We had a
We have
four-parter,
a four-parter, yeah.
but I mean, our first part was pretty much 2 parts.
Yeah.
So I think this beats it.
All right. Well, until next week on episode 20 straight weeks of doing the pitch every Friday. We will.
Except for that one day we did it on a Wednesday or something.
Don't matter. 20 straight weeks.
Who gives a shit?
That's a streak. That's a streak to
Yeah.
297. Brett Favre, we're coming for you. 20. All right.
It's gonna take a while, but
All
we'll
right.
get
Yeah.
Peace.
Take a couple of years. All right. We'll
Go
see
Pack!
We'll see you next week.
Cheese heads, let's
Peace.
go.